welcome back. It's me, Crystal Sky. How are y'all doing today? And today I'm going to be telling you a few things that have changed in my life. So, where do I begin? Well, actually, first, hit those notifications, that subscribe button, and I don't know, just comment something nice and maybe I will give you guys a shout out. Anyway, where do I begin? So when I was young, I used to work for my mom. I used to help her and stuff. I would get paid and stuff, even though I was just a helper. I still got paid. But later on, I had to move. Not move, but I had to quit. I would say. Yeah, I had to quit the job. The reason behind that was because I was still in high school and stuff, and I couldn't exactly go with my mom to downtown almost every single day or so, or every other day to help, to work for her pretty much / help. So I had to quit that. Then for a couple of years, I went through a roller coaster of up and downs of trying to find a new job. And it was tough for a little while. And during those roller coasters of looking for a job, I got into a relationship. And it wasn't my first relationship. I secretly had many relationships before that specific one, but I thought that this is the end. This is where that person would be my everything, someone I would see myself in the future with. And it did not turn out like that. Not at all. To be honest, he turned out very dramatic, very negative, and he wasn't always like that, but sometimes he was, and yeah, I wasn't feeling happy with him anymore, and he wasn't with me, so we broke it off. After that has happened, I focused on myself, and I kept looking for jobs, trying to apply to places, and yeah, I never got anything. My ex-best friend, who I call now my ex-best friend because we're no longer friends anymore, I realized she was super toxic, super wishing bad on me, and at one point I have had enough and I cut her out of my life. And now that I think about it, I'm kind of glad I did. But after that has happened, I kind of focused on myself. I stopped dating. And me and this guy who I was dating, who was my ex, we broke up somewhere around the time where me and my ex-best friend were still friends. So me and him broke up somewhere around that time where we were still friends, but we were kind of drifting apart, and I was kind of starting to go for the phase where I was seeing where everyone in my family, and my friend group, everyone was telling me how toxic and how manipulative she is, and I was kind of starting to see it and starting to realize it. I was at that stage. So after that had happened, after I cut her out of my life and me and my ex were no longer together, I took 2 years for myself to kind of focus on myself and kind of see where life would take me. And that's exactly what I did. I would still try to get into like knowing guys, but I wouldn't jump straight into a relationship with them because I wanted to focus on myself. So I was at that stage where I kind of would want a relationship, but I wouldn't want to jump into one. So after 2 years of sick of being single, and I was starting to get annoyed with it because my friend would always bring it up, saying this, saying that, and it would just literally make me so fucking annoyed. But one day, I started texting this guy who is now my boyfriend, and we're happily together. And I started texting him, and we got along. And first, when we first were supposed to meet, he didn't show, and I got really sad. My friend suggested for me to block him and stuff, but I didn't. And I'm glad I didn't. To be honest, I'm honestly super glad I didn't. So after that happened, we talked for about maybe like 2 months or longer than 2 months. And we met up, and yeah, after we started dating, and yeah, we're still happily together. Thank God. Yeah, so during that time period, other stuff that has happened is I finally got a second job. It's not the best, but it's not the worst either. A job is a job for me right now. So I got a job, and I'm actually still currently in training. Well, sort of. I don't think I'm still in training, actually. I don't know if I am or I'm not in training still. I'm not sure. But yeah, so I got a new job, and then met a few nice people, and I started working. And from that day, I was just starting to make money, being happy. My world definitely started to turn back around into the happy days, into the old happy days, where I knew life was easier. I'm not saying that life is easy. I mean, it is easy sometimes, but it's not always easy. But yeah, that's a few things that, and during, actually, speaking of jobs, I have kind of went back from YouTube also. The reason why is because I honestly started slowly giving up on the dream that I have held in my heart for longer than I could possibly think of, maybe since I was 8 years old, 8.5, somewhere around there. I started to give up on it, so I pushed back on my YouTube career a little bit. I decided to, like, not upload since it wasn't worth it. Because no one watches my videos anyway, so I, thought I would take a step back. But after a couple months, I realized that for me, YouTube has been such a big part of my life that I honestly can't think of ever giving it up. I can literally just imagine me being an old grandma sitting in my high rocking chair and still making videos for you young people out there. Remembering the good old days. But yeah, that's a few things that have changed in my life recently. It's not a very long video, but just kind of want you guys to know what has changed in my life. Might not a lot to a lot of you out there, it might not seem like a big change, but I can guarantee to all of you my life has honestly improved. My health improved and everything else. Also, as a disclaimer, I did not start dating my boyfriend just because my friends started to piss me off. That was not the reason at all. It's just I started dating him because, I don't know, we just, our chemistry aligns and we have a lot of stuff in common. I feel like I have known him my entire life, and I never felt like that with literally anyone who I have dated in the past. Like, me and him have known each other only for so months. I'm not gonna say how many exactly, but we have known each other for so months, and it literally feels like we have known each other for 10 years. Longer than 10 years. We feel like we have known each other longer than that. And we have only known each other for like a couple months. Couple months. I'm not gonna specifically tell you guys how many months we have known each other, but it feels like we have known each other for 10 years, and I have never felt this way about anyone I have dated in the past. But yeah. So yeah, that's a little update for you all about what has been happening in my life. Lately, it's been crazy, it's been insane, and at the same time, there's a lot of joy, which honestly puts a smile on my face. Anyway, I hope you guys find, if you guys are teenagers, just like me, well, technically I'm gonna be turning 20 soon, but if you guys are somewhere around 20 years old like me, and you're still single, trust me, you'll find a person. You'll find the one. You guys will know. But to anyone who's young out there who's listening to this video, never give up on the dream that you think. And never give up on the person that you feel is your one. Unless there's like toxic traits or something, then yeah, toss them out the window. Just to boys and girls out there, toss them out the window. Not actually toss them out the window, but I mean just like break it off with him. But if you feel like you have found the one and you're positive, like positive, like nothing, there's no doubts in your head, no doubts in your stomach, no doubts in your heart, chase him. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time, and I love you all, guys. Good night.